Live from Arkansas's streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 6:30.
Talking about food during the commercial break. Good morning, I'm Hayden, Balgavy. Hope you guys are having a great start to the day. It is Friday. Woo! Yes, you heard that right, January 30th, and we were ready for all this ice and snow to get out of here. Not happening everywhere just yet. Main roads and highways are doing right.
Yeah, the interstates and those main roads, they've been doing pretty good. If your neighborhood is like mine, it's still completely
untouched.
White. Yes, it's untouched. There's just a lot. It was just layers and layers of snow and ice.
And the cold, the extreme cold kept it from moving at all.
Right, but Simone, we saw a lot of melting yesterday.
And Hayden just mentioned it's the 30th. Remember when we started the month in the 60s and the 70s?
I do.
We were like,
I do.
Wow, where's winter?
That seems like
winter is here.
I know.
It's mid-year. It
I was
doesn't want to
25 then. I'm 35 now. It's great.
It seems like that.
I feel like I've aged a couple of decades as well. Are we starting with weather?
Yes, we are.
We're starting with weather. So everybody pretty much waking up below freezing again. So all of the melting we were able to do yesterday has refrozen. Now we also have a bit of a breeze from the north that makes it feel even colder. So we've got some feels like temperatures in the 20s and the teens this morning. Harrison feeling like 12 degrees. Batesville feeling like the low 20s. Searcy feeling like 17. We even got a feels like of 19 in Pine Bluff this morning. So if you are trying to hit the roads early this morning, just make sure you're using extra caution. We have a cold weather advisory in effect through middle part of your day on Saturday. Wind chill values as low as 10 below zero are expected, but that's primarily going to be a Saturday morning concern. Through the rest of today, we'll continue to see feels like temperatures in the 20s and low 30s, even though temperatures are looking to climb above freezing. We'll talk more about the weekend and a preview to your first week of February coming up in your 7-day outlook.
And looking at traffic right now, things are still looking great around central Arkansas. I was just checking out this view of the Highway 10 interchange here at Interstate 430, Highway 10 overpass. Was checking to see if you could tell if it was, they're black ice or just what it looked like. And there's some shiny areas there. When you're talking about freezing temperatures overnight and you see what looks wet, well, that's probably frozen. This is a look at our live traffic map right now. You can see it is clear, but wanted to bring this up. What is the road temp? Well, we were just hearing a few seconds ago that it's 28 degrees from Simone right now. So 28 degrees means that we could see some icy roads. Now, when we get to 33, little to no problems with wet roads. Slick spots, though, on bridges and overpasses at 32. So that definitely means we have some slick spots on our bridges and overpasses this morning. So just be very careful when you get out and slow down a little bit. We'll check it again coming up.
All right, and we continue to keep a close watch on the driving conditions with our team out in the field.
THV 11's Tamer Knight has been out each and every morning tracking those road conditions. While many of the main highways and roads are looking good, neighborhoods and side streets, well, complete opposite. Tamer, how are we doing this morning?
Looking a little bumpy, Tamer.
Yeah, it's a little bumpy, but to my surprise, guys, I must say the side of the Benton where their high school and their middle school is, it's pretty much clear on the roads. Of course, there's still a little bit of dicey roads like this one in front of me, but for the most part in this area and this side of town by the police station, everything is pretty much out of the road. So Benton is certainly hard at work. They've been hard at work because this is only one of few roads that we've driven on this side of town compared to where we were in the subdivisions on the left side of Benton, on the other side of the main street that look like this. We're going to turn right here. We're going to pass back by the police station, and a lot of the roads look just like this. The ice is off to the side, or they've cleared at least the two-way lanes in between the neighborhoods. So pretty good job by Benton so far. Almost to say that if they wanted to just base it off of this side of town, I think kids and students and teachers could return back to school if that was the case. But obviously that's not a citywide issue. It's just on this side of town. But of course, we'll continue to travel around Saline County. I think we're headed to Alexander next. We'll bring you an update once we get there and let you know how it's looking over there and what those conditions look like. But for right now in Benton, for THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
All right, live in Saline County this morning. Tamer, thank you. Nearly 170 guardsmen are still spread out across the state responding to drivers stuck on the side of the road. Now, one of those is Sergeant Cade Black. He says the help has been a big need because of the lingering slick conditions. He also shares a message we have heard repeatedly since this winter storm hit.
Please don't get out unless it's an emergency. If you do have to get out, make sure you pack, blankets, food, water, anything warm in case you do get stranded, because the wind chill and, the weather it's pretty brutal out there.
Black says reaching some of those stuck vehicles has actually been one of the Guard's biggest challenges in dealing with this storm. Still, many Arkansans trying to find a way out onto the roads on this Friday morning. Some have even gone as far as to hire plow operators to clear a path.
You can imagine clearing pavement as a lucrative business right now, but it's not as easy as it may seem. THV 11's Catherine Rowley speaks with a Saline County man who repurposed his own tools to plow parking lots.
When Joe Valdez fires up his equipment, it's not typically for plowing snow and ice. But when winter weather hits Arkansas, his focus turns to clearing snow and sleet. This storm, however, made clearing parking lots and roads more difficult than in previous years.
Last year was snow. This year was all ice, and it was difficult. It really was. No matter what, there's a layer of ice underneath there. But until you get that blanket off, it's not going to thaw, so that's what we're doing, and it is tough.
Because of the layers of ice, Valdez says there's limitations to what plowing can do.
Very stubborn. You will tear a machine up doing it, or the customer's parking lot.
Until temperatures rise and the ice on streets starts to melt, there may be only one safe place for those who can't get out of their homes.
Yeah. Those areas, it would just take time, unless the cities or counties can get out there. But it's just, it's a big workload for everybody. I'd stay home if you could.
In Saline County, Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.
Bottom line is, again, if you don't have to drive, just stay home, stay safe until the layers finally start to break up.
That is not a problem for some people in North Little Rock because they literally can't break free from this ice. These shots are from just off of Camp Robinson Road. Now, like many places, the main road is fine, but the side streets, well, they're not fine. They're still covered, creating frustration for residents.
I don't know if they normally do or not, but the trucks haven't been through the neighborhoods at all, at least from what I know off here from Camp Robinson.
If they could do something with the roads or something that we could, kind of move around, then it would be great. I mean, because getting out the neighborhood, that's the hardest part.
Most of the neighborhood streets our crews saw in the areas like this are still covered, although some are getting better in those higher up elevation areas. Some melting has taken place.
It is coming up on 6:38 this morning. Even though many people cannot get on the roads right now, there's some good news once they can. AAA says gas prices have remained steady statewide and are 34 cents lower than this time last year. The Arkansas average is 40 cents less than the national average too. And Little Rock has one of the lowest rates across the state right now.
6:38 on your Friday morning. Back over to Simone helping us plan our day and our weekend.
Well, we talked about earlier how cold today is going to be. Tomorrow gets even colder. Likely going to have a hard time getting above freezing with a frigid start to the morning. Now through your Sunday, looking to just barely creep above freezing, but these temperatures aren't going to help the melting. That cloud cover you see won't help with the melting either. Now where we can see some sunshine, we'll try to melt a little bit more of this ice, but we really won't get to see more improvement until we get into next week. And details about next week are coming up in 7 minutes.
And traffic is looking pretty good this morning. No major issues on our roads, no issues at all really, besides the fact that we could see some black ice this morning. Just pulled up this shot right here. This is around Curtis Sykes Boulevard on I-30. And those ramps that we're seeing here off to your right hand side, those are what I worry about. People coming off the interstate very quickly, hitting their brakes like we're seeing right now. I was coming off of 630 today, took a ramp and slid just a little bit. So you've got to take those slowly because there is definitely some ice. Those were some of the the last places to clear. Even with the melting that we saw yesterday, melting onto the road and then freezing overnight, it could be an issue. Seeing a little bit of volume right now here at Curtis Sykes on I-30. This is the North Terminal interchange. This is what our roads look like right now. It looks like the traffic is flowing a little bit better than it has the last few days. A little bit of a slowdown there on 57 southbound through Cabot and over, let's see, on Interstate 40. But for the most part, things are looking pretty good. We'll get another check coming up.
Ashley, thank you. Plenty of crews are out clearing roads right now, but one team in Arkansas is turning heads. We'll explain after the break.